Issue 7 review of the Black Panther comic. I know number 8 is coming in a couple of days. I have a beef with a couple of the lingo here. When Shuri calls it a fat ego with a PH, I remember hearing her go, ready, set, because it's time to go. I heard Dora Milaje saying, listen, King T'Challa, what did she say? Your whole I Be King act is getting real tired. Huh? This was written by an American man who has an understanding of how the Americans speak and then used it. It was disrespectful to this fictional nation. It was a culture that doesn't exist that was offended. You got to write these Wakandans here as if they're some sort of African country that's never been colonized, and therefore, or amongst other things, the language is not dictated by what's in popular media. It's not really anything pushed on them to where they would use words like fat ego. This is not straight out of Wakampton. This is supposed to be Wakanda, and it's supposed to be African speaking the way that they should be speaking. I remember T'Challa, I think he went to Oxford University. And if you maybe give me like an English spin on things, because Oxford is in the Great Britain, if you gave me some sort of spin like that, I'd get it. Why he would speak that way because of his time there. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think that's where he went to school. Um, a lot of these characters don't speak the way that they've spoken in the past. I don't like the morals being given from what the writer, John Ridley, may believe is correct, or the editor, Will Moss, at this point, because they're continuing to happen. So at some point, we're going to blame the editor as well. Pushing democracy here as if it's the best possible scenario. Pushing, there's a lot that's being pushed here, which I think that John Ridley believes in is the correct and right thing to do, and probably we're better off this way with Folashade and a king and a monarch isn't the answer and all that stuff. Even like the people were like, we let the few handle the problems of the many, but it's never been that way in Wakanda because the king always protected. Oh, like even most recently, Jeffrey Thorin wrote a great story in King in Black, and he held it down for the Wakandans. It's not the same as real life. It is treated like what it is. So the relationship stuff with Ororo and T'Challa will continue here. And it's things that I just kind of erased from my memory. Because one day a writer is going to come and he's going to say, I want to make these guys a couple again. So all that speech that they had probably won't amount to anything at all. Like all that talk about, oh, I apologize, say you're sorry. I'm not, I can't forgive you as the Regent of Soul, yada yada. It was weird. Hey, here's one page that threw me off. It looks like it's half of a double page spread, and that may be an error or a misprint. And if I'm wrong again. The story is coming to a closing. I believe issue 8 is the finale of it. Will it end with T'Challa being outside of Wakanda or not? They found a way to take care of Shuri's bird powers, where she can fly in so she can't transform. In comes Tosin. So what he is a bio hyd. Let's get the wording correctly, because she says it. Whoa, I couldn't synthesize this. You're a hybrid. What's the word? Where's the wording? I don't see the word. I'm sorry. Oh, biohydrized version of vibranium. That's what he is. And his tribe, the Mahabe, this is interesting. I like this part of the story. They never really went into the sciences. They were more into nature, and they unlocked some of vibranium's powers. That is cool. And if they make a Tosin comic book, I'd be with it. He has to actually dip his body into this vibranium. You see the vibranium there? The liquid vibranium, and then you're going to see on this page, see how he's already immersed inside of it, and I guess he's going to like heal up. That is, yeah, I saw him do things with his body. That's right. That's interesting. So I like that part of it. Tosin is going to be like the lasting legacy of this comic book. Look out for this guy. Look out for issue number 12. John Ridley wrote an 8-part story to open with, which is crazy because trades only go 1 to 6. I think that because he doesn't know how to write comics or wasn't told how to write comics, I think that issue 8 until freaking 12 will be a whole nother trade. 9 to 12 will be another trade. And that's it. I think that's the end of this. As far as paying money to support this comic, I don't feel that my message would come across as like anything other than, oh, black comics don't sell. That's why we can't put the good writers on them. That's why I feel I'm bullied into supporting this comic and buying issue 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's been a conversation on my Twitter, so that's just me living in my bubble. Of course, other people are like, what is he talking about? You know, you fund things because you want them to continue. I want the T'Challa comic book to continue, so I'm gonna keep buying it, and I don't want to ever have it proven right over at Marvel Comics that black comics don't sell. So I'm sort of like, you know, even though I'm not with the story. And what do I do? Do I tweet Will Moss? Do I say, hey, John, really? What do I do? I don't know. I probably won't do that. I'm actually contemplating, do I do it or not? Because if you have a problem, you know, you bring it up with the people in charge. So do you tweet Will Moss? However, how do you feel as the creator to be tweeted, yo, your comic book sucks? Like, that hurts you too, right? It's interesting. And like, how do you come at that? Pretend you were the editor and you just got like criticism. Do you go, yo, who is this chill monger Twitter? What are you talking about? Isn't that the way you would read into it? I don't know. Some people are open to criticism, some people will take it as a shot. So that's an open conversation we can continue having in the comment section.